Magnetic field lines exist in closed loop because we cannot separate North Pole and South Pole. Magnetic monopoles does not exist. So magnetic field lines from closed loop is direct consequence of Gauss's law of magnetism. According to Gauss's law of magnetism, del dot B is equal to 0. And the next one is magnetic moment per unit volume is known as magnetization. Electrical moment per unit volume is known as polarization. Rate of change in magnetization with respect to magnetic field is known as magnetic susceptibility. So next one is permeability is the effect of medium in the magnetic field. Proton is made up of uh, two up and one down quarks. A neutron is made up of two down and one up quark. The fourth one is a laser light beam can be sharply focused. It is highly directional. Heat engine statement was given by Planck's Kelvin. Uh, Celsius statement is for the second law of thermodynamics of refrigeration. And the next one is circular polarization is obtained from quarter wave plate, which is polarized, and polarization across occurs at 45 degree. Nose bleeding at high altitude occur due to pressure inside body is greater than the atmospheric pressure. Next one is distance between two consecutive nodes is lambda by 2. Distance between two consecutive node and antinode is lambda by 4. This is especially for stationary waves. And ninth one is when proton capture neutron, it makes one deuteron. And gamma 2.2 mega electron volt ray, it is fusion reaction. Work done to stop the motion of car is equal to loss in kinetic energy of car. This is work done against friction. 11 in Atwood machine where M2 is greater than M1, where A is equal to M2 minus M1 divided by M2 plus M1 into G. If M is greater than capital M is greater than small m, then A is equal to M minus M divided by M plus M into G. In a half Atwood machine where A is equal to mg divided by capital M plus small m. Monopoles cannot exist according to Maxwell equations. Del dot B is equal to 0. This is Gauss's law for magnetism. Magnitude of 5 Newton and 7 Newton force can given the result of what is the result of 5 Newton and 7 Newton? So A 35 Newton, 15 Newton, 10 Newton, all. So answer is 10 Newton. So explanations are here. Maximum result 7 Newton plus 5 Newton is equal to 12 Newton. 7 Newton minus minimum result are 7 Newton minus 5 Newton is equal to 2 Newton. So answer is between the 12 Newton and 2 Newton, which is option is C. Atomic packing fraction of FCC is 0.74 and BCC is 0.68, and for simple cubic is 0.52. 15 is the resolution is equal to D divided by 1.22 lambda. The color has low lambda having higher resolution. Blue has shorter wavelength, and X OR gate is combination of OR and NOT. The circuit is here. So next one is work done in circular motion after a complete cycle is zero because displacement is zero in a enclosed circle. 18. F is equal to Q into V cross B, where Q V B sine theta. If theta is equal to 90 degree, then F is equal to Q V B. So magnetic force on charged particle is maximum when angle between velocity and magnetic field is 90 degree. 19 is quanta for vibrations in solid lattice is known as um, next one is the rate of decay of radioactive element with time decreases exponentially. Next one is the armature current in a DC motor. The armature current in DC motor is maximum when the motor has just started, because I is equal to V minus E divided by R. At start E is equal to 0, so current maximum. 22, mass is the same quantity as inertia. 23rd, in winter pipes burst because water expands. Hint: water expands below 0 degrees centigrade while pipe contracts. Next one, the significance of zeroth law of thermodynamics is that it defines the temperature. 24, Finch width in Young's double experiment is del y is equal to lambda L divided by D. Moderator nuclear reactor is used to slow down the neutrons to control the fission reaction. Electric field on a point charge q naught in the field of charge q is where E is equal to force per unit charge. So 1 over q naught into k q naught divided by r square. So simple is that E is equal to k q over r square. Next one is red light disperse least because of the large wavelength. Electromagnetic wave carry no charge. Next one is photodiode works on reverse biasing. Longitudinal sound wave cannot be polarized. In PV is equal to nRT, the unit of R is joule per Kelvin per mole. Most efficient detector in solid state is solid state detector. Near sightness can be cured by diverging lens or concave lens. For far sightness, converging lens or convex lens used. Hydraulic jack is the application of Pascal law, where P is equal to F1 over A1, where F2 over A2. Electric field of a hollow charged sphere is zero. At inside the sphere, first application of Gauss's law. Two parallel wires carrying current in opposite direction repel each other and vice versa. 38, two waves of same frequency but amplitudes are A and 2A traveling in same direction superpose out of phase. The resultant amplitude will be A. Next one is Newton's law of gravitation resembles Coulomb's law because in both F is inversely proportional to 1 over r square. Charge in momentum charge the change in momentum is independent of displacement, where mvf minus mi, which is equal to del p, is equal to p final minus pi, where f cross t is equal to I. When magnetic field has unequal and anti-parallel arrangement of spin orbit field, it is called ferromagnetism. So next one is ferromagnetism, unequal or anti-parallel. Anti-ferromagnetic where equal or anti-parallel mixed arrangements. So 42 is if W is equal to 4 W naught, the value of rotational inertia becomes I naught over 4. Law of conservation of angular momentum I naught omega naught, which is equal to I omega. So I naught omega naught, which is equal to I into 4 omega naught, where I is equal to I naught over 4. 0.005307 have significant four significant figures, where AT is equal to gamma alpha radius cross angular acceleration. Probability of position of a single particle in infinite potential well having length 0 to 2 is 1 because particle is present inside the well. 46. Total number of Bravais lattice are 14. 47. Magnetism produced due to both spin and orbital motion electrons. 48. Time constant for resistor capacitor circuit is RC. RC where RC is equal to T or ohm multiplied by force farad. Ohm multiplied farad, which is equal to second. If we change the temperature of medium, then the wavelength of wave produced by tuning fork may change. 50. A system can do work by losing heat while no heat is given as an output. It is clear violation of the second law of thermodynamics. Next one, unstable particles whose mass together than proton are known as a hyperons. Hyperons are baryons. An electron moving towards the north enters a magnetic field directed towards the north. The force on electron will be zero, where F is equal to Q into V cross B, QVB sine theta. V and B in same direction. So theta is equal to 0 degree. Then F is equal to QVB sine 0, which is equal to 0. So next one is F is equal to QVB sine theta. If V is doubled, then the force become doubled. Function of the rectifier is to convert the AC into DC. Diode act as a rectifier. Electric flux will be negative where when electric lines of force are inward, and positive when electric field of lines are outward, and zero when electric field of lines are cyclic. Quantum number n associated with energy azimuthal L associated with the orbital quantum number angular momentum. Spin quantum number S corresponds to spin angular momentum, and magnetic quantum number m corresponds to magnetic moment of electron in hydrogen atom. Next one is cathode rays are not electromagnetic waves. The people prefer too far while white clothes during summer because white color reflect more and absorbs less. Mean difference between stationary and progressive wave is energy. Due to increase of the temperature, Fermi level in n-type material move towards the conduction band. Next one, 61 is the four cases of elastic collision in one dimension. A body of mass m moves with velocity v, collides elastically with another body of the mass, same mass and velocity v by 2 and stick to it. The velocity of a compound body after collision is 3v divided by 4. So our solution is that m1 where is equal to m2, m2 is equal to simple m, v1 is equal to v, v2 is equal to v divided by 2. So v1 prime v2 prime is equal to u, m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m1 v1 prime plus m2 v2 prime. mv plus mv divided by 2 is equal to mu plus mv plus mu, where u is equal to 3v divided by m. Skin depth of conducting wire for DC is infinite. Solution skin depth is equal to rho over pi f mu r mu naught, where rho divided by 0, which is equal to infinity. Frequency for DC is 0. Accelerator is not a part of nuclear reactor. Value of G is maximum at the poles, so more sugar will be collected at poles by weight. At center of the earth, G is equal to 0, where GE is equal to GM over 6. A car travels with 60 km per hour towards north and suddenly turns another direction with same speed. The average speed after 2 hours is 120 km per hour, 30 km per hour, 60 km per hour, 85 km per hour. Because car travels with the same speed, the sensation of frequency is known as the pitch of the sound. So pitch of the sound is closely related to the frequency. So next one, the critical temperature for superconductor is the temperature at which the electrical resistivity of a metal drops to 0 or vanishes. 69. Attenuation factor is maximum when communication occurs through conductors. Attenuation means that loss of the signal strength when it travels down a medium. So 70 is Max von Liv in 1912 discovered that the crystalline substance for X-ray act as a 3D diffraction grating. So 71 is also the shell, subshells, and electronic configurations. Quantum number is not allowed so this is very simple. 72, twinkling of star is due to the change in a refractive index of the atmosphere. 73 is the Fermi direct distribution applies to fermions, while Bose-Einstein distribution applies to bosons. 74 is the temperature above which an anti-ferromagnetic material becomes paramagnetic is called the Néel temperature because it was the first observed by Néel.